Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Alan West tells liberals to get the hell out of the United States. Here's what Cornel West said in case you missed it.
Take your message of equality of achievement, take your message of economic dependency, take your message of enslaving the entrepreneurial will and spirit of the American people somewhere else. You can take it to Europe, you can take it to the bottom of the sea, you can take it to the North Pole, but get the hell out of the United States of America.
Never mind for the moment that President Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, to whom those remarks were specifically addressed, have never advocated for equality of achievement, economic dependence, or enslaving the entrepreneurial spirit. Republicans have been turning on their base by beating up on straw men for the last 4 years. That's nothing new. What I wonder is, does Cornel West's order to vacate the country apply only to Obama and company, or does it also apply to people like me who are planning on voting for Obama in the fall? Because if it does apply to people like me, I have to remind Representative West that I don't take orders from him. Citizen outranks Colonel. Teenager asks state legislature to vote down same-sex marriage as a birthday present. On January 31st, Sarah Crank, a 14-year-old girl, addressed the Judicial Proceedings Committee of the Maryland State Senate during a hearing on a bill that would legalize same-sex marriage in my state. And here's some of what Sarah had to say.
Hi, I am Sarah Crank. Today is my 14th birthday, and it would be the best birthday present ever if you would vote no on gay marriage. I don't want any more kids to get confused about what's right and okay. I really don't want to grow up in a world where marriage isn't such a special thing anymore. People have the choice to be gay, but I don't want to be affected by their choice. People say that they were just born that way, but I've met really nice adults who did change. So please vote no on gay marriage. Thank you.
So we win, right? Seriously, if the opponents of same-sex marriage have been reduced to allowing a 14-year-old girl to ask her state legislators to please reaffirm the second-class citizenship of gay people as a birthday present to her, that must mean we win, right? They have no arguments. If they had arguments, they wouldn't engage in such blatant, despicable pandering as this. By the way, Sarah's mother, a longtime opponent of gay rights, named Kathleen Kozitsky Crank, was very active in the comments section on the article about this on the website thinkprogress.com. Sarah herself didn't appear, but maybe that's because her mom thought that she was too young to defend her own comments. But if that's the case, why should anyone listen to her in the first place? Maryland High School promotes gay corrective therapy. Einstein High School in Rockville, Maryland, 50 miles from where I'm sitting right now, allowed an organization called PFOX, that's Parents and Friends of Ex-Gays and Gays, to hand out flyers to its students. And I actually have one of the flyers right here. And it reads, quote, "Ex-gays demonstrate that those with unwanted same-sex attractions can seek help and information on overcoming their feelings." Who are ex-gays? Every year, thousands of people with unwanted same-sex attractions make the personal decision to leave a gay identity through non-judgmental environments or their own initiative. Their decision is one only they can make. However, there are those in society who refuse to respect an individual's right to self-determination. Consequently, formerly gay men and women are discriminated against simply because they dare to exist. Ex-gays and their supporters are denied equal access and support, forcing them to remain silent for fear of negative reactions and disapproval. This flyer is promoting conversion therapy, and it is absolutely despicable. It talks about the discrimination suffered by ex-gays just because they dare to exist. Are you sure you're talking about ex-gays? Because that sounds an awful lot like the bullshit that gay people have to put up with, especially when they're of high school age, because bigoted assholes like this keep telling them that there's something wrong with them. 2 out of the 5 from my home state this time. Is this Maryland or Texas? Catholics pull religious liberty card to oppose new contraception mandate. The Department of Health and Human Services is about to institute a new policy requiring employers who provide health insurance to make sure they offer contraception coverage. This entirely reasonable and long overdue measure of healthcare reform was promptly attacked by religious conservatives, particularly those speaking on behalf of the Catholic Church, which considers birth control to be immoral. Speaker of the House John Boehner, a Catholic, said, quote, "In imposing this requirement, the federal government is violating a First Amendment right that has stood for more than 2 centuries. Religious liberty doesn't mean you don't have to obey the law, John. Religious liberty doesn't protect people who want to conduct animal sacrifices or withhold life-saving medical treatment from their children or commit honor killings. Why should it exempt religious employers from having to provide health insurance that covers fucking birth control pills?" 1 million moms boycott J.C. over Ellen DeGeneres. 1 Million Moms, a website created by the bigoted fringe Christian group the American Family Association, has been urging people to call their local J.C. stores to protest the hiring of Ellen DeGeneres as a company spokesperson. Here's what it has to say about the issue on the 1 Million Moms website. Quote, "OMM began contacting J.C. after the store announced that comedian Ellen DeGeneres would become the company's new spokesperson. Funny that J.C. thinks hiring an open homosexual spokesperson will help their business when most of its customers are traditional families." Not as funny as the American Family Association assuming that those traditional families are all just as small-minded, fearful, and hateful as they are. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.